They now send their SSS to go and check. Nama Disabo was shocked that although they took the money in full, over 2.5 billion naira, they have not done the water. Now, listen to this. Chief Anini be interrogated by his own God while he's living, unable to tell his people what he has achieved for them in politics. He has achieved a lot for himself, yes. But not for the people of Uromi. They have no water. They have no hospital. Nothing is working. They said the schools will build. There will be no school. Now he says, Oshomole want to exterminate some people. They ask him to pay 300 million to complement federal government. Because Oshomole refused to pay the 300, that is why the water is not completed. Haba, Papa. Papa. God, you remember that story? This line, well, now they share, make them remember God, you remember? Now, hear this, my women. I need you to let these people know. I like the proverb of a mechanic. When he sees people, they look at him and say, you look dirty, say no. Not say I the craze, not say I no clean. But my work requires that I use grease. Now grease make my uniform look like this, but don't think say you smart past me. If Chief Aneni says, I did not pay 300 million, the 300 million he agreed, he collected was paid to his bank, and he claimed he said 100 million to Falaye and to other people. Why not bring the 300 million to Uromi to complete the water? Why? Uromi people, oh yeah, there is no more hiding place. My promise to Edo people when I came in is that it is not just the factor of development. We need to redefine politics, educate the people, bring light so that darkness can vanish. I'm glad. Other 7 years, the state is not the same. The men of yesterday are crying. They are crying. They are crying. But cry shall be their portion. But I haven't come here today to talk about these people of yesterday. Because I want to talk about you. About your tomorrow. We have brought Godwin. We of the APC. Because he's done full apprenticeship. And he has a perfect testimonial, which I have signed. As chairman of our economic team, he is the edgy room, the brain box, or if you like, the software applications in your cell phone, and he understands how we are able at this time. We are working. Last month, we awarded another contract to construct the bridge to Lake Emu to Ohodua. We have mobilized the contractor. How did we find the money? At a time when other PDP governors can't pay salaries. How? It's about thinking. It's about planning. I have said the task of the leader is never to lament. And today we are not. So he knows how we got those projects done. And he knows how we increase the minimum wage. He knows how we pay salary as I went due. All the roads I have mentioned, including the one I forgot that you remembered, he knows how we have done them. And he has told you he will do even more because the one we haven't done are more than the one we have done. But if PDP had done something before, we wouldn't start from 0 minus. Problem is we had to dig foundation, plan the foundation, put the concrete before we start erecting the building. His task is to build on the foundation already laid. So it would be as difficult. And because he was at the heart of the team, our chairman of economic team, he knows all the issues and he has all the answers. He has told you he will create job, and I believe he will create job. Why? Because his background, unlike my own background, is in finance. He has helped people to set up businesses. It is his luck and his responsibility God using you to elect him to now use that brain to empower our market women, to empower our youth, to set up their businesses, to support our farmers, to make more, to have more produce from their effort. And by deepening rural road and connecting more rural communities, access to farms will be easy, and marketing our farm produce will be a lot easier. The answers are not rocket science. What is required is a conviction that Edo deserves development and that your purpose is not self-help. He has worked for 7.5 years without receiving salary, because he told me he doesn't need government salary to survive. The other side, who are they parading? They are parading a man who as a student couldn't make it. He read law but he's not a barrister. Is that the kind of person? Is that your role model? Will you read law and not be a barrister? You go to the University of Benin, you can't go to law school? My friend, not in the 21st century. He has told you, Philip, he has won election 3 times consecutively. Now federal house he won. The one PDP is parading. Even in his village Unuromi, they rejected him for local government chairman. If it's not good for Uromi, how can you bring him to Edo State? There is nothing to talk about. But let me conclude on this note. This morning I was reading a newspaper. One of the PDP leaders said there is hunger in town. APC caused the hunger. And that is very cheap blackmail. They all say that quietly. But what is the truth? The man who was saying so is from my area. He's one of those who confessed to collecting 2.1 billion naira from the NSO. If every one of you collect 100 million naira each, will money be left in our treasury? They emptied the treasury, turned the pot down. The luck we have is that we now have a president who God has chosen to bring at this very difficult time. Because imagine when oil was selling for $140 a barrel, we were earning so much, 2.4 million barrels a day. The money was emptied. They still borrowed. They borrowed to fund the budget even at $140 a barrel. Check out the National Assembly budget. Now, don't forget, when PDP came in 1999, the naira was exchanging at 22 naira to the dollar. Check your record by June 1999. I have done my homework. By the time they left us, the naira had already crashed to 250 naira to the dollar. Because the forces, the economic fundamentals that should support the currency, PDP destroyed it. So there is no miracle. Now they want you to believe that what they destroyed in 60 years, that there can be magic in 1 year. You know from your own life experience, to destroy is easy. To build requires time. This president has to do what he's doing now. Stop the bleeding of the Nigerian economy. Stop our dependence on import. Deny importation of items that Nigeria can produce, so that our farmers can make money. When they are making money, if you want to make money, you go and farm. That is where nations are built. Let no one tell us we should resort to importing food. How did it grow up with Thailand rice? If I ever ate rice, it was grown in my village. On Christmas Day, we eat it. Nigeria must reinvent itself. And that is what the president is doing. You go and plant yam today. It will take you time before you harvest it. The result of the effort which the president is making today will take time to manifest. We must stand by him, stand for Nigeria, stand for anti-corruption. He's getting them now to refund the money, and they are refunding. As they are talking, they are refunding. When you hear them say we are appealing that President Buhari should not be impeached, that is what PDP leader was said. He was saying that because he know he has